I'm awake. I'm alert. I'm enthusiastic about it. Let's go. Egg Hunt the 7th. Level 11. 7-11, huh? Let's see what we can get into today. Update the in range, right? 7 through 15 is my range. There is another. There is another. What's going on, Palestine? What's going on, Justin Beard? Anybody else who's just joining us right now? Or hey, you're right in time. We're just getting started. Coming out of Kaladin. Last stream, which was on YouTube and TikTok. The night before last. Let's see. I picked up the boots, right? Mission accomplished there. I picked up but oh, I got parry. I got the skill parry. That was it. That was what I came here for. And I got the boots too. Now I can dodge and I can parry. In theory, you know? I did not go hand in my bone chips. I got one turn in worth of bone chips I could go hand in, but it's like I feel like that's too much running for one little turn in. Let's just get back to it. Real big egg hours. Who up? Thinking about the options today. There's, you know, butcher block goblins maybe. There's of course Crushbone, the return to the Crushbone, which was exciting. Honestly, we had some serious action in there on was that Tuesday? I'm so hooked on the hardcore EQ, even on my day to play a game that isn't EQ. What am I doing? Hardcore EQ. I can't help it. It's something that been awoken within me. I'm like, it's not a phase. I'm an egg hunt enjoyer now. Okay. Now I will play some more, you know, regular EverQuest PvP characters, Nui, you know, stuff like that. I got, you know, I got a stable. I got a whole stable. I got a couple Shadow Knights. Well, one of them's named Well Adjusted. Because he is well adjusted for that life. I got that Ranger Buckaroo, the day 85 of posting EQ PvP every day. It was a little Buckaroo blessing. Honestly, I didn't even remember that one. I'm looking through the vault. I'm digging through the vault. You know, I'm swimming around like Scrooge McDuck in my vault full of EQ PvP, never before seen clips that I'm sitting on, hoarding. I'm like, I don't remember this one. This one was pretty good. This is exciting, action packed. You know, let's reveal it now. It's only been you know, aging, waiting to be seen for like a year and a half. You want to see me on a druid? I actually do have a druid, and he's in the big leagues. He's level 56, so I can scuffle with the 60s. I can hang with the top dogs, and I'm also still in that other level bracket too, where the 55s are. You know, it's exciting times. That would be a fun stream. Do the druid. I'll try ding 57. I'm getting close. You know, it's 56 has not been a quick level for me. It's been like probably years. But I don't really XP that often. Except for on Egg Hunt, when I XP constantly. My druid's pretty cool. Doldane's his name. You might see him porting the pals around sometimes, or what I really gotta do, level up so I can get pot G. Then I'm a real you know, friend. A real person to know. A friend with pot G is a friend indeed. But that's a few levels away. I was doing quads in Cobalt Scar. I was doing quads, but then I decided it was easier to do 3 at a time of the goos in City of Mist. Not because it was like easier to kill 3 versus 4, you know, exactly the same difficulty, killing 3 and 4, but getting the 4th goo was a lot more work than just killing 3 goos and then killing 3 more goos, because there's 6. You know, I could kill the 4, and then it's like, okay, what do I fill these last 2 spots with? A couple undead and hope they don't cast on me. I'd just rather kill the goos. I'm just, you know. Should give me a little XP. Give me a kick skill up, so. But yeah, a little YouTube egg hunt adventure's been happening in between Twitch streams. That's why if you saw me level 10 and now you see me level 11. Oh yeah, it's on the permanent record. You should check that out right now. You know, I want to be fully transparent on the egg hunt. Alright. So I did fight a basilisk at like level 9 maybe. Maybe I was level 10. And I killed it easily. And I said, oh hell yeah. So I met it up to full and tried another one. And I almost got killed. I had to run to the guards. And it's like, okay. These things are not necessarily easy, even when they're dark blue. All they gotta do is proc on you a couple times and you're cooked. Reasonably safe? No, we don't want reasonably. We want upper hand. That's more like it. Yeah, basilisks are nasty. Like, I don't even know why I fought the ones I fought. Like, yeah, I killed one. That was a good confidence builder, but like, what was I doing messing with that in the first place? That was one of my rules, right? When I was saying to the rules, I was like, I'm not gonna fight no basilisk. You know? Too risky. They'll stun lock you and you die. I got hit with a stun, and then it wore off, and I was like, okay, this is potentially bad. And then I got hit with the stun again, and then it stunned me 2 more times, so it was like a triple whammy stun. And like, it was still pretty much full health. Like, this fight had just begun. I'm like, this is why I didn't want to mess with Basilisk. I want to kill him. You better not walk to the guards. I don't think he will. I always thought he would harm touch me. But he's a warrior. Chilogan clued me into that. Knowledge is power. I didn't have the knowledge, but now I know. Now I got the power. Power to whoop on that ogre. Take his bronze weapon with me and sell it. And that's why I'm fabulously wealthy like this. See all the plat, you see all the gold, you see all the silver. You're like, damn. I thought this guy's solo self-found. I am. There's money out there. You just gotta go find it. Alright. Or flunk. Yeah, he's green now. I was so scared of this guy. I always thought he would just snare me and harm touch me. Actually, he does either. Does he got a weapon though? I don't see a weapon. Punching. Anyway, you see him about to bubble in. I handed him my crush bone belts. That was the yeah, he's far from home for sure. I wonder if he swam here. So yeah, on my YouTube / TikTok egg hunt adventure the other night, it was pretty much just a little more, you know, the same. Killing in Crushbone, getting XP, collecting belts, but then I took the journey back to Kaladin. That was how I finished the stream up, making the trek. That's huge. You know what I mean? The logistics involved in doing quests are sometimes the hardest part. Killing the thing, that's the easy part. Sometimes you don't even know you're on a quest. until you kill the thing. And then you're like, oh, let's find out where to hand this in. Oh, I gotta take the boat. Oh, I gotta do this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's no boat for crush bone belts. That's part of why they're so good. Take the belt stack to Kaladin. Question mark, question mark, question mark, profit. We got, every single slot is like the tattered or patchwork equivalent or scarab. I already got an ogre head. Lore. I put it in the bank. Oh, I'm strong enough to kill, what's the other one? Is our Chumi? That's a nasty one, huh? It's like a level, higher level. And it's a shaman. That's spooky. Alright, giant scarab. Come with me. Oh. There we go. Love his skill up. Orc runner. Breezing by. Ah, that's stun. Oh. Got me again with the stun. Splendid Genesis, what's going on? Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? Part of a balanced breakfast. Beetles. I'm kidding. Shit, this is at least the third stun this fight. This thing has been tough. Tough, tough, tough. And the beetles don't flee. So I gotta fight this to the bitter end. Okay. Big money. Oh, big XP. That's the real prize there. You know? Giant scarab leg might be a gold or something, which is, you know, solid gets for neg like me, but yeah, the real prize definitely that chunk. If I had a blue line, that blue line would have just like a bubble worth. Just for a little blue scarab, and there's another one over there too, but and another one. I might have found my spot. This might be the spot right now. I just want to peek in the next zone. You know, knowledge is power. There was a lot more players online this morning. Now they're going to bed, except now there's more in my range than there were. Let me just take a little peek. You know? A second. We'll take a little look in a second. What'd you think about the aggressive actions that had been taken against Egg Hunt last Twitch stream? What do you think about that? Anybody see those aggressive actions that were taken? I think it was fine. You know? It's exciting. EverQuest PvP. I don't play on Red server and then expect no static, right? This isn't that guild, you know what I mean? I'm doing my own thing. I'm not in that guild from a few years ago that was like, we're gonna play on red, but don't PvP us. We're only here because it's a dead server. Like, shut up, dead server, get out of here. It's a low population server, but it's because only the strong survive. Don't let the low pop fool you. It's never dead. But it's pretty lively. I like this one. I like Red 99. A lot of good memories here over the years. And also, the past 85 days, today will be day 86 of EQ PvP every day. I'm posting a clip every day. I'm digging through the vault. I'm, if I got something fresh, I'll serve it fresh. If I, there's all sorts of options. Sometimes it's a clip from the stream if I think it warrants it. Usually it's from the, I don't want to say usually it's from the vault. Sometimes it's from the vault. I got so many in the vault. I just been hoarding them. You know me, I'm a creature of habit. I like, you know, I like to do things a certain way. And the way I was doing things is I was loading things in order, right? Once upon a time, years ago. And then I got behind. And then I was, you know what I mean? And then it became like daunting because I was so far behind. I've given up on that. You know what I mean? Change is bad except when it's good. I changed it up. Now I have no particular order of what I'm going to load ever since the past 86 days, 85 plus days. I've been free. Just load what I feel. It feels so good. All right, anyway. We do have 3 players in range. Let's see how many of them are above my level. 12 through 15 all. None of them. There's me at level 11. The other 2 players are between 7 and 10. One level 7. One level 9. Okay? Keep that in mind. I don't know who these players are. Who's level 7, who's level 9, who's level whatever the rest of them are. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I do know. I'm going to go peek the next zone. I think Crushbone could be good. More belts. That's always good. More belts are always good. It is a dangerous place though. Can't really get that twisted. Not that Butcher Block isn't dangerous, but like if you see somebody in Crushbone when you're playing your hardcore tune, you better like keep your head on a swivel. Yonder Wiley, yeah, for sure. You didn't know about this? Hey, it works now. What's going on, Chassis? It's good to see you. Just getting started over here. Egg Hunt is level 11 and a chunk. We're good chunking. A chunking in. Yup time. Sup time. I like those. Chillo, what's going on? I was just saying, you're the one who taught me that Core Flunk is a flunky. I thought Core Flunk was gonna, had the harm touch locked and loaded. I thought Core Flunk was gonna somehow cast a snare, even though they're not high enough level to do so. NPCs are just built different. A warrior. Oh, okay. Takes one to beat one. I am a warrior, so it's fine. Yup time. What's going on? Yeah, Zarchumi. That's the one I gotta stay away from, huh? Where is Zarchumi? In this section, right? Like the G-Fei. The home stretch to G-Fei. Which is where I am. I feel like I've seen her derping around these hills to the left of the path over here. Runs around south speed, oh god. EQ time. That would be a good one. 8 p.m. in game right now. All right. I didn't met up till full, or sorry, regen. I didn't regen up till full. Hmm. All right. Nice chunk of XP. Coming right. Oh, hit me with the stun. I figure if I'm already standing there getting hit, I might as well take another swing, but maybe that's stupid. Right, I'm only taking one swing that time. Hey, Chilogan, thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good sleep. And now, I'm just getting started over here. I took a little nap yesterday when I got home. The weather was like kind of crazy. It was raining, like not kind of pouring, and then it was like just a regular light rain, and then it was like hot and sunny and steamy because all the water evaporating, and then it got like real dark and windy, like a storm was coming. I was like, I'm taking a nap. I was wiped out from being out in the elements. So as soon as I didn't wait to see what the wind was bringing, but I woke up in a start. It was like 9 p.m. I'm like, what time is it? I gotta post my clip. You know what I mean? 85 days of posting EQ PvP every day. I'm not trying to fumble that just because, you know what I mean? I'm a little tired. I'm a little sleepy. No, nothing. Nothing's gonna stop me from posting EQ PvP every day. You know, from the 50s to 78 Fahrenheit on Sunday. Nice. 78's a pretty, potentially nice temp, you know? Any hotter than that, I feel like you're getting there. You're getting there. But 78, that's like that's a nice day. It's a beautiful day in the summer. It's spring right now, but beautiful day for summer. I was looking at the weather. It's supposed to be pretty rainy today, I think. Last I heard. I gotta look again. I care less about what the weather says it's gonna be and more about what it actually is doing, because it's not not always lining up. They're pretty good meteorologists these days. They kind of know what's up. But I feel like they were just guessing when I was a kid. They were like never right. They're like, it's gonna snow tomorrow. No snow. Like, it's not gonna snow it's done snowing forever. It's never gonna snow again, and then it snows like 10 feet. They don't know what's going on. Your apartment has no AC, gets boiling hot in the summer, you hate it already. Oof. Yeah, it's rough. I had an apartment like that once. And then I found out my roommate did have his AC did work. It was like built into the building. And I eventually like said something to management, and they sent maintenance to fix it. And I wished I had said something earlier, but I just thought we didn't have AC. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that'd be cool if this thing worked. Elbowing the fucking rusty unit. Pressure cooker outside. Oof. Yeah, it's I think it's gonna be steamy this weekend over here. It's gonna rain a couple days and then be hot. Let me see. You want some Celsius translations? Let me see. Let me see what my weather is today. I like the metric system. I wish we used it, but we don't. So. We'll use anything but the metric system. All right, so today, right now, I'm looking at 55 Fahrenheit. So that's like almost 13 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's a little chilly right now. It's supposed to start raining. Ugh, pretty much all morning. Intermittent rain. That means I'm getting wet. You know what I mean? That's not good enough to stay home. Intermittent rain means I'm getting wet. So, not the forecast I was hoping for. It said like pouring all day when I went to bed. I'm like, this will be maybe play a little extra EQ tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna be out getting wet. All right. Friday. Looks like rain all day Friday. And 59, which would be, let's see what that translates to. $15. But this weekend, Sunday, during the Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2026 number 20, which is this weekend, this Sunday, it's going to be pouring rain and 86 degrees. So that will be steamy for sure. That'll be 30 degrees Celsius in the pouring rain. That's a hot rain. That's Sunday. It'll be a good day for me to be inside enjoying EverQuest, my favorite game. I'm gonna, who cares if it's raining outside if it's beautiful in Norath? Anyway, here's the egg. That was a nice little chunk of XP. You had so when I was a kid, we used to have a saying. Maybe it's a local thing. It sounds like a local thing, but April showers bring May flowers, right? That was the old saying. I swear it used to be like that too. We haven't been having the April rainy like we used to. It's more like May to June is like rainy over here now. It's like things kind of shifted over the years. I guess you know what I mean? That was the 1900s. I'm thinking back to. Let's maybe I throw away the old knowledge, learn some new things about what goes on. I mean, it's just a saying. It's not a rule, I guess. April showers. I remember some really rainy springs recently, though. Anyways, it hasn't been that rainy here this year, but it's supposed to be like rainy this next week. Pulling up the extended forecast. Never mind, clicked the wrong thing. I give up. I can almost pull again. I want to be safe. I want to be, I want to play smart. Playing smart means being patient. Being patient means going against my first instinct. My first instinct is good enough to go kill another beetle. No. All right, back at it. Back at it. But I wanted to wait till full HP, and look at me. Look how patient I am. Once it hits 37, good enough. Because even running, I'll regen that last point. I'm full HP. I did it. Crag Elder, you're coming with me. I haven't killed one of you. I think on Egghunt VII at all. I don't think I've killed a Crag Elder yet. Maybe I have. But every time I try, I'd have to bail. I feel like. This is what I was fighting when I died on Egghunt V. I remember. fighting the Crag Elder, and it was going fine. And then a sow speed goblin got on me. And I was just kind of... you know? Getting it. Getting scrambled. I was getting... it was a scrambled egg after that mess. Oh, wow. This Crag Elder, like... barely scraped me so far. And... period. What came first, the egg or the hunt? That's a good question. I think the hunt. I think the hunt has been glowing within me for 16 years now, right? That's when I first got the taste, the bloodlust, the EQ PvP, yeah, the bug bit me, you know? Good thing these don't drop shit, because I'd be so mad if you died inside. Killer. Wow. 9 copper. Oh, wow. Well, I did get 2 gold, 9 silver, 9 copper also. So, I mean, that was a decent little bird. Especially for something that did not really touch me. Gave me huge XP. Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect. All right, there's a goblin camp over this way. I feel like as long as I don't see a shaman, we might have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Shaman. Couple green gobs and a shaman. That's probably just too much. I don't think I can justifiably pull something that's gonna outrun me. You know what I mean? It just goes against my whole strategy. My weapon build is suited for my strategy. I don't have, you know, a real option for something faster than me. Other than, possibly die. That's probably... So... maybe if my two-hand blunt skill is a little higher, I could use the hammer on him. Because it's just a much faster delay. But, like, my one-hand skill is pretty bad. My two-hand weapons are very slow. Or my two-hand slash weapons are very slow. Even con pawn. They all pawns right now? Interesting. I feel like that's a little still risky, but maybe at level 12, come back there and get some work done. I feel like fighting an even con is just a little risky. Ooh. Birds are trying to stack up. Now this one's a spicy chicken. %80 to 83%. I am winning, but the margin is narrow. Okay. 77 to 80. Stun me. Stun me and I missed the round. Tough. That's more like it. That's more like it. 58, 77. Definitely harder than the last one. It just doubled. They double attack too. You always wonder how ocean sunfish survive. It says they lay 300 million eggs. That is a few. That's wild. That's a strategy, huh? Because I've seen those things. I mean, not in real life, but like, I've seen videos. I've read about them. I remember seeing them in a book about fish. One of those like, you know, those little field guides that you flip through and they're all the color pictures. You know, they're like real like mid-century references. They're cool. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen these. My grandparents had like a bunch of them. I used to love flipping through it. Anyway, I seen a picture of an ocean sunfish there. This first experience I ever had. I was like, what the hell? They look so weird. And then it shows how big they are. You know what I mean? Like shows like some stuff for scale or whatever. It's like, what? The Nat Geo cards? Oh, those were good too. Those are good too. Now this is like some little like I want to say like the Audubon Society or something, but like isn't that birds? But maybe it was. Run that monkey. I'm level 11 and a chunk. We're getting there. We're really making strides. Reflex. Nah, the schedule's pretty simple, right? We rise and grind on Monday. We Tuesday on Tuesday. We rise and grind again on Thursday. That's the original rise and grind. The Monday's the new one. But so Monday and Thursday early morning, and then Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest. That's not too bad. That's pretty simple. 4 times a week though. Yeah, we're getting up there. Yeah, run that monkey. Thank you. It's so far so good. I can't get complacent though. I did that once. It didn't go well for Egg Hunt the third, I believe it was. I believe it was Egg Hunt the third. I got real complacent. I attacked a giant scarab at level 5 and got completely wrecked because I was just like, you know, in the zone, just killing whatever. No, I gotta think. I gotta focus. I gotta lock in, and I gotta certainly regen to full HP. I can't get you know, can't get ahead of myself. Can't overextend. There are 2 players in my level range online. What does it mean? What does it mean? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Reflex, as far as streaming all the time, yeah, okay, maybe a little bit because I've been going on YouTube here and there, but I'll always post in the Discord. The YouTube streams are completely unscheduled, spontaneous. If I find myself with a little time, why not? Why not play Egg Hunt? Why not be transparent about the Egg Hunt journey? I've never played him off stream. He's always on stream. And that's what it's gonna take because 11 levels has taken a while. And this is Egg Hunt the 7th. And he's not even the highest level Egg Hunt in the lineage. So you know I've been grinding this. But this one's he is that dwarf. We're going the distance. We're rolling along. Already had some PvP static. I am thanking my lucky stars that the magician with the earth pet summoned it a little late. I don't know. So the highest level Egg Hunt was level 17. That was Egg Hunt Senior, and that was last Easter, not this year, but 2025. And back then, my plan was to do struggle quest, quote unquote struggle quest, which was not solo self-found hardcore. It was group found hardcore, right? Like a few of my friends made some dwarves alongside, or I think somebody might have even made a gnome and came down, or maybe a couple gnomes. But you know what I'm saying? We were just playing. We were playing together, and I was able to get to 17 off the strength of teamwork. Off the strength of teamwork. What did I say? Anyway, it was good. So it's kind of almost a different standard when I say level 17 was the highest, that was group. Um, so I do have to give a little credit where credit's due. Now, Egg Hunt the seventh has been completely solo. Egg Hunt the sixth, we don't talk about Egg Hunt the sixth. Egg Hunt the fifth, Egg Hunt the fourth. They've all been solo, I believe. Egg Hunt the third might have been the last one that had a little help. So that being said, this is the highest level solo Egg Hunt. Um, so we're in uncharted territory here. I think it's just why don't we talk about six? Or I'll be honest with you. I accidentally made a rogue. I was in such a hurry to get back to the hunt after Egg Hunt the fifth died, which as mentioned earlier, Egg Hunt the fifth was slain by while fighting a crag elder and winning. A goblin ran up on me and it had sow speed and I just couldn't get away. The two of them just kept me stunned down, kept me getting hit. It was terrible. Couldn't make it. I almost made it to the guard or the zone line or something. I was like feet away. Just horrible. But then so I immediately made the next one, Egg Hunt the sixth. And I get into the game. I'm like, why do I have a dagger? And I'm just like, oh. When I realized what happened, it was just like, bro, no. Complete darkness overcame me. So he was, we had to cast Egg Hunt the sixth into the wilderness, and here we are. Egg Hunt the seventh is that dwarf. It's not, listen, nothing against rogues, but like I'm committed to the dwarf warrior hardcore grind right now. At least for a dozen, right? I feel like 12 eggs in a dozen, that's how they come at the store. That's a good solid number. Like if I hit Egg Hunt the 12th, I might think about that being the last Egg Hunt. Maybe we move on. 7 is the one though. We don't even gotta worry about that. We still got 5 left in the pack with Egg Hunt the 7th. That's a good place to be. He is that dwarf. I was so frustrated after when I made Egg Hunt the 7th. I think I logged out after. I think I killed like one thing. I was like, I can't do this again right now. I need a break. So we made unregistered, right? My hardcore solo self-found Ixar Shadow Knight, and that was really fun. I got to find out how fun the Kabbalist Shadow Knight guild is. I'd never in my life played an Ixar Shadow Knight, so I had to do the ladder thing. That was really, really fun. I can't wait to do that every time I need to go visit my guild master. But anyway, that was fun. And then I got like a little bit of static. We'll call it that. Somebody was using their harm touch. A fellow Ixar Shadow Knight. They were actually higher level. I was level 4. They were level 5 or 6 probably. They were yellow to me. They were attacking me at the guards. And the guards would kill them. But if you're not playing hardcore, that's really not an issue, right? You just respawn. I'm playing hardcore. So, like, it was a little, stream ending. No, I didn't end the stream, but it did end playing unregistered that day because, they were running at me, harm touching me, getting killed by the guards, respawning, running at me, harm touching me, getting killed by the guards. It was chunking my HP down pretty quick. Effective strategy, the HT bind rush. All you need is a complete lack of shame, right? If you have a complete lack of shame, then that works. But anyway, that being said, there is some precedence here for me to have reason to keep my head on a swivel, right? This is Red 99. I'm used to keeping my head on a swivel. I'm always looking for other players and on the lookout for other players, but here on Egg Hunt, it's just different because the stakes are higher. I'm not just gonna respawn with a smile on my face, ready to go if something disastrous were to happen. I'm gonna have to hit that delete button, and it hurts. Well, let me tell you, it hurts. Hurts every time. Egg Hunt Senior, the one that was group I went to go solo him Easter of this year. I level 17, and the first Orc Legionnaire I tried to kill killed me. I was just like, whoops. You know? Kept this egg in the fridge for a whole year. I think he went bad. Should have did that like float test or whatever, you know what I mean? You like to play P99 green, red scares you. I mean, that's fair. I think you should be, if you're playing on red, you should be a little scared. If you're not scared, then you're doing it wrong, I think. You should be a little. But, I like P99 in general. I think it's an awesome thing. Like, I was playing blue back when it was the only server they had, and, I loved it. I played EverQuest way back. I think I got my account around the Kunark launch. Maybe a little before, but I was playing at Tree Rat's house a little bit in Classic. He showed me how to play the game. And so I enjoyed Classic a little bit, but I was like in middle school. I didn't even know how to type during Classic. I think it was probably Kunark Tavelius I finally learned how to type. So I wasn't like a PC gamer before EverQuest really. This was like my awakening. Nah, that's not true. I played some PC games, but this was like the big in. So anyway, P99 was like very cool and nostalgic to me when I found it. And then they said, "Hey, we're gonna do a red server, PvP. Anyone want to help beta test?" So I was doing that, and I was just thinking I would help test general mechanics. I didn't know that I would get into, epic battles and it would change my whole perspective. You know what I mean? Everything clicked for me. The thing that made me stop playing EQ back in the day was kind of, I was like cutting edge. I was playing the new content every expansion. I was in a serious raiding guild, doing the thing. And eventually it was just like, why? So I can do the next expansion and do it again. And, I kill a dragon, so the next time I kill the dragon, it's easier to kill the dragon. Like, I burnt out. And I think that's part of the natural progression. But when you add that PvP element, everything gains like a deeper importance and a deeper meaning. Every piece of armor makes you stronger than your enemy, makes you better able to protect your friend or something. Like there's things that you get that you don't get you were 13 or 14 when you first started on EverQuest. You have to wait till late at night. Is the dial-up? Yeah. So for me, the best time to get on the computer was early morning. I would set my alarm before the sun was up, and I'd lay claim to that computer and the dial-up. So that's why Rise and Grind is a thing for me. I get up. It's just like old times. I get up early. I didn't drink coffee when I was a kid. I thought it was disgusting. But that was before I learned that people, add stuff to it. I just had a little splash of like a non-dairy milk though. Or it is dairy. It's ultra filtered, whatever. I don't like milk, but I can drink the Fairlife. I just had like this much Fairlife. I used to add a flavored creamer, but trying to cut costs. We're buying the Fairlife anyway. So I just, instead of buying the creamer also, I just need a little splash. Uh-oh, we got a player in the zone. Uh-oh. They got a fungi tunic? Let's see what their regen looks like. I think they got a fungi tunic. 86%. You know what? They don't got a fungi tunic. Or they're super duper buffed. One or the other. Oh, they're trying to cast on me. They're gonna blind me and shit. I got pretty good armor class if my big bopper's only hitting for fucking that much. Hell yeah. Ooh, they're crushing for 20 also. Freaking brutal. Uh-oh. Spells, my only weakness. See, my kick does not interrupt yet. Wow, I can't believe they channeled that. On my screen, it looked like they were freaking way off. Corner casting without the corner. Pretty cool. Got one on the hook. It's that dwarven roll. It's hard to compete with that. You know what I mean? It's just like... Ah, knew it. Knew they'd zone. I zone so slow. They actually hit harder than me. That might be like a Dawnfire or something. You know I don't like to inspect. I don't care that much. Damn. Anyways, that's EverQuest PvP. If you've never seen it, there you go. Don't always end in a kill shot. In fact, frequently does not. Oh, shit! It ain't over. He zones really fast. If I didn't even see a ghost. Alright. I wildly clicked off window. I needed to swing around to face him. Yeah, this is the wackest part. Oh, and he's... You see this shit? I don't understand how this only the sketchiest dudes can pull this trick off. I don't know how they do it. Like, he's not DA. He's a ghost. He's not really there. But maybe he is. I don't know. He probably plugged. I think he plugged out. But it's hard to tell because I zone so much slower. So anyway, see that? Kind of whooped his ass, right? He knows what time it is. It's time for eggs. victor goes the spoils. You see this one? Look at this thing. Like I said, it's like right in my way. I'm going to trip over this thing all friggin' stream. Gear is a crutch. You know what I mean? You don't need it. That guy had some gear. What'll it do? Not. Corpse is stinking the place up, right? Dip it in the moat. Just dunk it. I don't want to smell it no more. That was the wizard that tried to hurt the egg. Now, to be fair, I was the aggressor of this little interaction, but like, what else am I gonna do? I'm not gonna group. I'm playing solo self-found, so I'm not gonna come group with you. Oh, we're gonna share orcs? I don't think so. This zone ain't big enough for the two of us. It's just, it's nothing personal. He was a cleric, and he had a big bopping wep. I think it was like a Dawnfire. It looked like a Dawnfire. It was hitting for 22. One-hander. I thought he had a fungi tunic, but he was wearing some other sort of chain look. I mean, I'd plug if I wanted. If it was not going my way, I would plug. So I can't hate on that. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EQ PvP. It's in the game. Anyway, so that was one of the in-range players. Now we know. Splits. I'm gonna write this down. I got some knowledge on what's going on this server. Splits was like a level 10-ish cleric. 7 to 10 cleric. Gnome. And probably gonna attack me next time he sees me. Going on the list. Circling his name with lipstick. I dropped my pencil, so that's gonna have to use lipstick. The Chewy knowledge base, yes. He's never gonna get his epic now. The gnome was able to plug, yeah. Now this is my zone. These are my orcs. Do it the way I want to do it. Well, maybe he's playing hardcore. Maybe the stakes were just too high for him, you know? We don't know what every struggle's like, you know? Every quester's on their own personal struggle quest that we don't know about. But yeah, his HP was getting a little low. He knew a couple more rounds like I can potentially deal out, and it was gonna be a wrap. He zoned way faster than me though. No, he had gear. Right, Y2K proof. This is true. Ugh, where's my slash? I went back for the slash and got stunned. Fucking brutal. And get my slash. This is a rusty halberd. I would love to upgrade. 29 plat, I can buy a store-bought one, which is pretty huge. It's like 12 damage or something like that. 29 plat is quite the hefty freaking sum, though. A king's bounty. I'm about halfway there. You saw this orc like disappear for a second. Worth a belt. That's worth a belt there. Alright, what are we looking at for levels? Reasonably safe. Reasonably safe. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at the XP for a sec there. Huge. Getting heavy. I did not put points in strength. I figured, you know, I'll get my strength up. We'll get some like jagged bands going or something. You know, strength can come. Strength is one of the easier stats to raise. I'm thinking ahead. You know, that's key for every hardcore run. You can't have your dreams crushed if you don't have dreams. You know, think big. Aim for the stars. All right, I got a regen. I think I know the perfect place to do it. I know the perfect place to regen up. We need a little regen break. I'm gonna, you know, refill the coffee. Keep an eye on the egg for me, all right? Let me know if anything happens. I'll be right back. And I'm back. What'd I miss? Did that guy come back? Ooh, we got an in-range bard in the zone. Interesting. Bards can be tough. Not even gonna lie. Like not a good situation. So there's 3 players besides myself that are in my range, right? 4 including myself. The bard. Who are the other 2? Don't know. Not the cleric. Cleric's not on. The heck is this? Whoa. Where did that come from? Whoa, somebody was just in here. Like a second ago. Hold up. Because I left and those were up. Hold up. You bet it was that bard? You think so? How'd they sneak by me, though? They zoned out and zipped off before I even saw? That was really weird. Somebody was in there a second ago. I mean, they could be invisible, I guess. It was weird. Well, I'm full HP, so I kill some shit. Bard would be a tough win for me. They're just so fast, you know? Just bard things. try to shoot him. Must have been the wind, yeah. Not for real. Alright, now there's one less in range. So if I compare this list to the last list, see what's different. That's the in-range player. One of them. Right? Unless there's multiple differences, and then I can only narrow it down. It's like a lot. You ever do those logic problems, you know, where it's like a grid, and you do like the X's and the circle, you know what I mean? You ever do those? Uh-oh, someone's casting a spell. He's too low. That guy's not in my level range. Beltage. Maybe? Maybe? So, I mean, he will eventually get into my level range. I think he gets a new pet when he's in my level range. So I got to keep an eye on that one. Not only the front mobs are dead, like somebody tore through this shit. If I find something on the ground that I can kill, I feel no qualms in cleaning up somebody. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's fine. If it was something I couldn't kill and somebody left it rotting, that's too much. But like, if I snag a little crush bone belt because I chased somebody off a corpse, that's my crush bone belt. I earned that. You know, I could sleep at night with my actions on Egg Hunt. I keep it honest. I keep it transparent. I stay authentically struggling. If I wasn't authentically struggling, I would just, you know, put gear on this and treat it like any of my other alts. But I'm trying to authentically struggle, so, you know? Cut down on weight a little. Hate to rid of anything good. Find some pads. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be a little much. That I think would ruin my struggle immersion. In a few levels, though. Let's see what I can try to split. Said this zone ain't big enough for the two of us. At least they're not buffed. You know what I mean? Like, they're clearly not buffed. They got demolished by that. I guess, sure. Perhaps. Yeah, I'm trying to, whenever possible, as long as possible, keep it as authentic as possible. If I ever, like, hit a spot where I really don't think I can continue struggling, then I would call it there. But that's not really my style. I can't picture myself giving up. I think I would just keep trying different angles. Like I said, I think Egg Hunt, you get a good solid dozen at max, and then maybe I choose something different for my hardcore run, but we're not going to worry about that, because Egg Hunt VII is that dwarf. I do have that Shadow Knight also. unregistered. He's kind of fun. I had to plug him because I was getting a harm touch bind rush. Could return to that sometime. Defense skill up. The Beatles. You can hit the Beatles in Unrest. But, yeah, as far as, like, undead stuff, yeah, magic weapon, it's tough. That'd be a tough get. I'd probably have to find an alternative. I think you could hit Tormented Dead. But there's other zones, you know, I could go, I do know Guck very well. Like, I can come up with a leveling path there, perhaps. South row, north row, eventually Oasis, maybe? You know, I got some plans. Are they really trying to steal my freaking mob? I've never been to Guck. Never even heard of it. Guck? Where's that? Tried to steal my freaking orb? He regens pretty fast, though. I wonder if he's got a Z-heart or something. Or he's just got that little HP. Could be that. Pokemon Muck, but gray. Yeah, the gray one. I like the shiny Muck. Or is it a low-end Muck? I forget. I haven't played. I was playing Pokemon Go. That's like my probably most played Pokemon. I did play a lot of Silver. I played Red. Instead of doing schoolwork, that's what I was doing. But I probably put more hours into Pokemon Go than any other one. So when I'm picturing like a funky colored Muck, it's from that. It's from the egg, the friend egg, whichever one that is. A low end maybe. Yeah. I had a good time playing. I haven't played in a long time. It's been a couple of years. I should let that gnome kill some stuff. That way it gets in range, and then I can kick him out of the zone and have it all to myself. Right? That's. Oh, the game volume's too loud, my voice too quiet. Let me turn down the game volume a little bit. Testing. How's the game volume now? Thank you for notifying me of that. I had, probably messed with the volumes because playing saxophone is louder than my normal talking voice, and I was turning in Crushbone belts last night, which is super duper loud, so I turned the game volume way down to do that, and then turned it back up, but I probably overshot it, overcorrected. Alright, this magician's gone. See what's outside. There's a couple orcs I can Oh, you know, I might have Palestine. Who knows? I feel like the thunder noises in this game are super loud too. I'd say that game like it's some other game. You know that game. You know that game. Aggressive. I was gonna zone and try to get a single pull, but like, it always scares me when I'm in like lava storm, and that's probably a volcano, not thunder or whatever, right? But it scares me every time. Like, ah! Hide under the covers. You know who's scared of thunder? Lil Winnie. Chester, not so much. He'll tough it out, but Winnie's a little scaredy cat when thunder starts. Did I get XP for that? Oh, I did. So this one should probably give me XP too, right? Use this weapon. Need skill ups. I can run a little tighter cycle too. There's a skill up. 19. $20. %, for this orc. Almost halfway through the level. Grinding through, rolling along, you know? The egg hunt way, slow but steady. Like 3 plat right there. I hate to destroy money, but I can't be encumbered. can't go for that. Carrying 3 weapons, 3 big rusty weapons, is definitely chunking into my carrying ability. I can admit that. Got a couple beverages. Those are light enough. I'm just trying to bring everything back to the vendor I can. Gather all the crush bone belts. 7 so far. A nice start, but hey, I haven't said this in a minute, and we're just getting started over here. Got another 35.5 minutes at least, but who's counting? I'm just gonna get full HP right here where I'm at. Oh, another player in range. Four, including myself. Let's see what we see inside. I'm using the wrong weapon. I gotta switch that. You got a bad feeling about Goat Man? Yeah. I know, right? Like, where'd that orc go? He's fleeing. The orc is on the run. Reasonably safe orc on the run. I'm getting too strong for these Centurions. By and large, there's been a lot of green ones. I mean, some of them are green XP, but the blues are few and far between. I think I still get them at 11, though. I've seen blues at 11. But they're few and far between. It's gotta be like the max level or something. You love Crushbone so much. Your favorite childhood dungeon, your childhood favorite dungeon, right? I know. I was calling it baby's first dungeon the other day. It's like the Fisher Price. It gives you a little wonderful taste. I love it. Wonderful taste into the world of dungeon crawling and EQ. Outdoors though, so you don't gotta get, you know, you don't gotta crawl too much. Cast your sow. I can't. I don't know, but some people can. Did that double attack me? Yours is Blackburrow. Oh man, yeah, I love that one too. It was probably my favorite too. Like Guck is my favorite now, but as a kid, Guck scared me. Guck was the place I would like lose my corpse, fall off the circle bridge, and like, get killed by frogs down in the water, and be like, hey, "What am I gonna do?" As if that's not 2 feet from the zone in, easily draggable. You know, it was different times. I was a scrub too. But Blackburrow, yeah, I had a great adventure there as a kid, and it, you know, definitely helped pave the way for future EverQuest enjoyment for me. I've definitely told this story before, but my first trip to Blackburrow, I was troll warrior. Tree Rat convinced me to make the journey, you know, and I did, and I got a bind in Kanos Hills, or not Kanos Hills, in Kanos, near the hills, right in the zone line. And I wanted to kill Knowles until the humans accepted me as one of their own. That was my plan. I did eventually get semi-welcomed into Kanos, but then I think a corrupt guard killed me or something. And it's, you know, it's an unforgiving game, brutal. But yeah. I went to Blackburrow. My first trip to Blackburrow, I went to go sit inside that tree stump. You know, so inviting right there. Ooh, what a perfect spot to sit while I get my bearings. Fall, you know, down to the basement levels or whatever. Luckily, there were some people killing snakes, and they showed me out. But that was you know, just such a wonderful that stump, right? What it's part of the shared classic EverQuest experience, I think. And they made it purposely look so inviting, just tricking newbies since 1999. But yeah, I did not die that time. I died other times in Blackburrow for sure. But so it was a good thing I was bound close. But yeah, I bought a Lang's axe. Eventually, you know, saved up my plat. Some barbarian quester. I think it was like 120 plat or something. Was, you know what I mean? It was a lot. It was a lot for a troll like me. Took me a long time to save up. I accidentally screen dragged and it blocked my movement key, my strafe key. I was like, stop doing that. Alright. Surefall Glades, you love that place? Sorry I ranked it so low on my tier list. It's nothing against Surefall Glade, it's starting in Surefall Glade. That's a special challenge. I can't believe my bags are so full already. Grip some space, free up a little weight. Still overweight. Still overweight. Oh, what is this thing I'm carrying? Giant scarab egg sack. Okay, it's light. I can justify that. I keep the torch because when I'm streaming on TikTok, a lot of people say they can't see. when I'm running around in the dark. I can see, but I keep the torch so I can, you know, help them out. Like, oh, okay, here you go. Put the torch on, and then I gotta fight stuff in the dark. All right, you think I could split trainer? Is that crazy talk? That's gonna be red to me, right? Oh, he's dark blue. Single. I was about to jump off the edge. I was like, I'm going to take more damage jumping off this edge than I'm going to take, like, getting hit. Let me be careful. Like, it doesn't look like he's glowing, so I don't think I'm getting a drop from him, but we'll kill him anyway. Dark Blue XP is Dark Blue XP. I didn't think I'd be killing Trainer this early. Not over yet, but it's looking good. Feeling good about this. 61 to 80. I don't even think I started at full HP. Honestly, foolish. Trying to split a named camp. Definitely want full HP for that. Parry skill up, slowly but surely. Go. Maybe one more hit to make him turn and run, I think. He flees, right? Maybe next round. There he goes. Alright. I was gonna try to get the skill ups, but I'm like, let me just kill this thing. Like scraping along, strength-wise. Oh wow, yeah, more than halfway now. I forgot to look at the XP. Thank you for notifying me of that. I should probably peek outside. There's so many players in my range now. Getting spicy. Yeah, I think I'll keep the other two green like that so I can just single pull them. That's a nice spot right now. Maybe we even get a shield. Get a magic shield and then bash a will-o-wisp to death. You know? I don't know if I could live long enough to do that. There's a Dark Elf outside Kano's. Not on P99 though. That would do high keep faction easily enough. I don't know if I remember that one. If it's not on P99, it probably wasn't in the era that I was concerned about that. It was ancient history now. So long ago, man. I wish I could like take more screenshots and preserve them. You know what I mean? Instead, all I got's memories. I do have some screenshots somewhere, maybe on an old hard drive somewhere. Because I was trying to make a single-player EverQuest point-and-click adventure so I could enjoy the world of Norath, even when I couldn't have my turn on the dial up, you know? Somebody else needed the phone line. I didn't have to, you know, give up being immersed just yet. That was my plan. I got a few things done. I made it where if you hit I, it would open up the inventory, and you know, but it was all just screenshots and things were clipped apart. And I did have it where you could pick up an item from your inventory and equip it if you clicked on the right spot, and it could auto equip it if you clicked on your portrait. I did have all that working, and the stats would be affected. Like I had a lot of things actually working, but just no gameplay. There was no gameplay at all. It was just UI, which was the classic UI, this like stone-looking UI. That was what I was, screenshotting, copying, and pasting, and flipping, and snipping, and cropping, and fitting. It was fun. I taught myself how to program on a calculator, right? The TI-83 had like a basic, and so then I got Visual Basic and was having tons of fun with that. I made a RPG for the calculators, text based. It was. I wish I could find that. I wonder if anybody still has that on a calculator somewhere. But the code was so like inefficient. Like I didn't know it was self-taught. I didn't know what I was doing at all. So there was a lot of just if thens, even when like other things would be more appropriate that I learned later on, and it was like all if thens, like fully the whole game. But it worked. It worked. It would keep me busy for hours. I had multiple zones to grind in, multiple chase names that had rare drops. I was heavily inspired by EverQuest. Make the name guys super rare, make the drops super good, make you want to stay there and grind all freaking math class. It was fun. It was fun. I learned how to do that from like reverse engineering that drug dealer game. You remember that one for the calculator? I looked at how that was programmed, and that had a lot of if thens. So that's what I and random integer or whatever. It was pretty much all the functions I knew. Anyway, good shit. Yeah, you remember you remember that one's fun, Genesis? I first played it in probably my first day of high school in the auditorium, like when they had everybody and they're telling you what homeroom you're in. Some kid had a cable for his calculator and he was distributing the drug dealer game to everybody near him. That was it. That changed my life. Except I never became a programmer or anything. In hindsight, that would have been a smarter move than trying to become like a career dishwasher or whatever I was up to for the next decade. I told you, I thought you had to like I thought it was like The Sims. I thought you like pick a career path and you work your way up that career path. You couldn't really like, it wasn't like lateral moves. It was everything's supposed to be up. So I started at the bottom and that, stayed at the bottom for a long fucking time. Because vertical growth I think is, I don't want to say it's fiction, but it's more prevalent in fiction. Anyway, they say if you want to raise, you got to go get a new job, right? That's been my experience. I don't think I've ever gotten like a a raise higher than the what's that shit, inflation. I think if your raise is less than inflation, you got a pay cut. So I don't think I've ever gotten a raise in my life, but I've gotten jobs that paid more. You got to give yourself a raise. It's sad. It's a sad state of things. Back in my day, they paid us a quarter an hour to do that job. Yeah, and a Big Mac cost a nickel. Like, I don't want to hear it. Irrelevant. Anyway, we were just gotta start over here. Old man shaking my fist at older men. How about that? We're just gonna start over here. I'm encumbered. That's killing my stats. I'm using the wrong weapon. Do I even know what I'm doing? Hell yeah. I haven't gotten a two-hand blunt skill up in a little bit. Alright, time to regen to full. A necessary evil. You can't have EQ without downtime. I guess you can. It would be modern EQ, or it would be like quality of life improved EQ. You can't have classic EQ without downtime. How about that? There's got to be some pain to the gains. You gotta really sit there and think about what you've done to lead you to this point. That's classic, baby. Especially dwarf. You know, our regen skills are lacking, but my HP is sturdy. So, you know, you combine that and it's a nice long break. Let's take a nice, you know, I'll run a commercial so that we have less commercials during the action. So bear with me. We'll be full HP before you know it and back on the grind. Hang tight. All right, back at it. Big scary thunder. I think we might have a trainer up again. I missed my kick. Alright, how's the game volume? I think I should turn the game volume up or down? With the thunder going, you know? This is like the most extreme volume in the game besides, you know, handing in 4 quest items at once, or maybe Lava Storm. Lava Storm might be a little loud. I feel like if you can hear me and you can hear the thunder and it's not everything's good, then we're good. I think this is what I want to mix too. You know, a nice calm voice in a loud zone. Just in case it's worse than that, you know? Reasonably safe. Reasonably safe and boring. Just the placeholder. Might as well. Even though it's no XP, it's too reasonably safe. I need less reasonably. I don't know about unreasonably unsafe, but you know, a little less reasonable. Well, you. Oh yeah, dark blue. I told you dark blues still exist. They're just very rare. This will be nice. Maybe Butcher Block would have actually had a more steady diet of dark blues for me. This is fun in its own way. Plus, we got a little PvP action. Remember, made that cleric with the gear plug. He was hitting me harder than I was hitting him, but to be fair, I'm higher level. I don't know if he was the level 7 that was online or the level 10 that was online, but there was a level 7 and a level 10 online. I was the aggressor, which is, you know, perhaps rude, but this little zone in ain't big enough for the two of us. Hey, a 404 not found. This is P99 red, believe it or not. We exist. There's dozens of us. The complete maniacs. Yeah, how you doing? I'm playing PvP server, hardcore, solo self-found dwarf, and it's going great. I'm Egghunt VII. I am that dwarf. This time's for real, you know? Halfway through 11. More than halfway through now. 60%. 3 bubbles. Holy. Usually play Quarm, but you're thinking of joining, Really? I'm not sure I know that acronym. But the P99 guild in June? Cool. Yeah, June's right around the corner, huh? P99's it's beautiful. It doesn't have all the quality of life you might be used to from Quarm, especially if you use Zeal or whatever. But it's, you know, if you played EverQuest many years ago, you'll find a lot of the things very familiar. Yeah, I hate to do it. I'm destroying all the silver. I'm just too encumbered. I can't be taking all that damage. My agility dips, my armor class dips. And then I have more downtime. It's just not worth it. For a 2 plat worth of silver, you know. It's when you think about it as such a sizable percentage of my net worth, it's like, but you know, it's heavy. Too heavy. Ah, cool. And we're just getting started over here. I always stream Monday and Thursday mornings, bright and early. This is it's the early shift, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Just like old times. When I was a kid, I used to set my alarm early to lay claim to the computer and the phone line, for if only for a couple hours before the rest of the world wakes up. You know, I'm sneaking on, getting a little EQ twice a week, and then for a third time in a week, we got the Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest every weekend. It's gonna be number 20 this weekend on the 20th Sunday of the year. What does that tell you? I'm batting 1,000. They're solid 7-hour streams all morning long into, you know, the afternoon. And it's gonna be a special this weekend because it's number 20. You know, gotta do it big. Am I gonna play Egg Hunt again? I might. I kind of want to do something group oriented, maybe with one of my, you know, regular EverQuest alts that are not hardcore mode, solo self-found. It's a lonely life. It's less lonely with, you know, you guys to chat with. Keeps me sane, keeps me going, gives me a reason to do it, a reason to log in and wake up bright and early and do this every Monday and every Thursday, rise and grind, that is. But also, I gotta mention this before I forget. Every day I post EQ PvP clips. You could call it the TikTokification of EverQuest. And it's also the EverQuestification of TikTok. So anyway, if you use any of those social medias, check me out. You might enjoy it every day. Today's gonna be day 86 in a row. I've not missed a day. We got a magician in the zone. I know this fucking guy. I know this fucking guy. The mage pets block out the sun. We'll level in the shade. That guy actually ended Egghunt VI's run. You know? I said I wasn't even gonna give him credit. I was just gonna say some magician. So it was some mage. Some gnome, I don't know. Didn't have a name. It was that guy. That was the guy. He snuck up on me. He actually got a pet up before I noticed he was in the zone, which is better than that other mage, right? There was another mage that tried to mess with me. And he didn't get his pet up in time. Like, I saw him summoning his pet when, you know, by all freaking metrics, he should have summoned his pet before I saw him. You know, we were in the zone together for like, it was G-Fei. It's a huge zone. We're in the zone together for like hours. You never see Chilogan and that mage on at the same time, just saying, ooh. Quite the conspiracy theory. Nah, that ain't Chillo. Come on. Chillo's a good guy. He knows the egg is to be cherished. Oh, he went invisible. He went invisible. You know how I know he went invisible? Because I can't see him. If he was not invisible, I would see him. He's standing there invisible. He's going to come back in invisible. He's going to summon a pet again. Right? The trick is I got to kill something before he can do all that. Damn. Stealing my shit. Ooh. This is the one I want to kill. Alright, he's in the zone again. Probably summoning a pet somewhere. I don't see him though. That's the thing about invisible. If you don't have see invis, you can't see him. Oh, casting a spell, casting a spell. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. There he is. Oh yeah, Yonderwily. I'm very well aware of the threat of Crushbone. It's been fun in there. You saw that erudite wizard corpse there? Oh, he just zoned. I saw his ghost for a sec. I wonder if I was fast enough if I could have hit his ghost and broke his invis, right? Probably not. Probably not. How are you gonna hit a ghost? I don't even got a magic weapon. I can't even hit a ghoul. Right. No, no, you're right. Yeah, Wiley, it's been pretty quiet in here this morning, but got into some it was like a Crushbone raid last the other stream. Tuesday, Crushbone in the afternoon. Everybody was coming down. Level 60s were coming down. Fun. Wild. Alright, this guy's gone. Offline. I'm sure that's the last we'll see of him. I know I say that every time. It's a joke, you get it? Because it's never the last. We see him all the fucking time. Alright, anyway. I'm having fun over here. You know I live for this. If there was no threat of danger, I would not keep logging into P99 Red. You know? If there's no threat of danger, it would be a dead server. And it's not. It's a lively server. Just not as lively as it, you know, potentially could be. Of course, I get mad. Big stun. Oh my god. Oh my god. These things are brutal right now. I stuck around for an extra slash. It didn't even hit. That lot of good that was. That high octane gameplay you come for. Works at 50. I'm at 52. I know it said 54 for a sec, but that's a lie. Can't trust. Quarren, you can trust the number. P99, they haven't quite nailed that down. The client and the server get like out of whack and it bounces for a sec. It's all an illusion. I don't get it. What I do know is that is not the tick. The tick is when it goes up by the amount it's supposed to go up. Like for me, that's 2 sitting, 1 standing. When my HP goes up that much, that's the tick. When it goes up like a bunch more than that, that's not the tick. When it bounces back down to recorrect, that's not the tick. You know? It's the other one. I remember on retail, going by the class symbol. You would watch the class symbol, and it would do a cycle. You know, the movement would tell you when the tick was. That doesn't seem to work on any server emulated, right? I first noticed on ROZ, because that's where I first started trying to really sweat, or no, Project Zek. I think Project Zek was the first one that I was really trying to sweat the ticks. I was playing Druid. I'm trying to, you know, it's so much more worth it to sweat ticks when you're meditating, in addition to just regenning, right? When you're just regenning, especially as a troll, you know, you're better off standing. I shouldn't say better off standing, but in the middle of a fight, you're better off standing. Because getting hit while sitting is such a huge risk. But as a druid, you know, you're meditating, like sitting is worth it. And I was trying to line it up with the class symbol, you know, the little animation here, and I noticed they're not in sync. The animation's faster than a tick, so it's like the spot where the tick happens is a different point in the animation over and over again, making its own kind of cycle that was like hard to track. And that's not what I remembered from Classic. Then I was like, oh, this must be a bug with Project Zek. And then when I came to P99, I was trying to do the same thing. I realized, wait, it's out of sync with the class animation here too. Like, has it ever been in sync? Like, am I crazy? I could have sworn back when I was, playing back in the day on retail EQ. This animation took one tick, and that was like, you know, could have sworn that was even like in the instructions. Anyways, maybe I'm off. Oh, what's up, Chester? You want to come sit with me? Wow, it's after 8. We're in overtime right now. I didn't even realize. I gotta like make sure I'm ready to run, in case I am in the rain today. Probably will be. Damn. Shit, I'm moving slow. I'm moving slow. He's got to be moving slow now, too. Oh, come on. I need this. Give me this. Oh, come on. Come on. No, where'd he go? Where the fuck did he go? What the fuck? How'd that happen? Where'd he go? He warped into the freaking wall? That was sketchy. Why is he fully? I think it was purple. I think it doesn't show correctly in the target window. I think purple goes to, I think it looks the same. That's twice now that I've been unable to kill this gnome. So close. So close twice. No yellow text, nothing happened, so you know. I mean, he respawns. You think so? Yeah, it might be. I got a lot of Crushbone belts on me. Yeah, I know, Yonder. I think so too. I think it was when people are moving unconscious, it's a little choppy. So I think it was just a really big unconscious chop move. Could be. Could be. Oh, I got robbed though. I got robbed. Yeah, the orc got him. Cornell has been slain by Orc Centurion, so I can't loot the corpse. Doesn't count. You know? I could do 99% and the orc does 1. Yeah. Wah, wah. Where is he? He's online. Where's he repop? Hey, let's take this opportunity to promote the social media. EQ PvP clips every day. You might see that clip today. You might see, you know what I mean? I feel like that was clip worthy. Honestly, that was fun. Would you agree that that was exciting PvP? I think he's trying to help me make a moment over here. You know what I mean? I think I think he could have plugged and chose not to. Rather see us both, fight to the death. I think that was cool. I respect that. I respect that. I wish I could have sealed the deal. I would have loved to see some nice eggy yellow text. All right, you trying to get clipped, my boy? He might be. He might be. Hey, listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll keep digging.
A tactical advantage, but that's why it gets easier. I mean,
I love that one every time. I keep loading stuff from the vault because I don't got any fresh. The haters will say because I got no fresh content. I mean, I got plenty of fresh content. If it's good enough, it'll make the cut and it'll be out. The from the vault offering. I think this one's good enough to warrant a spot. Maybe day 86. And he's gonna delete now. Yeah, he's level 1. That's the level 1 magician over there. We're playing hardcore. I have a theory that that player is also the bard because I've never seen them on at the same time. Right? Colonel, come on. That's twice now the orcs got you instead of me. Instead of me. But it's also twice where you could have plugged and you didn't. So I think you know what you're doing. I think and whatever. I'm down with it. Do not feed the egg. I don't want to feed the egg. Nobody wants that. He's buying more malachites because I made him use them up. I know what I'm doing. It's a battle of attrition. They summon the pet, and then you zone. Now they gotta unsummon the pet, and then summon the pet, and then you zone. And then that's a malachite. That's chipping away. He's buying a backpack full now. He's like, man, I thought a couple stacks would be enough to hunt a little self-found dwarf, but nah. He's in the zone. I did not see a ghost. Maybe he's invisible. Maybe I was looking the wrong direction. Usually you can, if you're looking in the right spot, you can see somebody zone in. It's weird. It's a Red 99 exclusive thing as far as I can tell. And it was added while I was retired from EQ. So I don't know who added it, why. There's no mention of it in patch notes, and nobody seems to have seen it on green or blue. It's like a red thing. And it's very useful, right? You can use it as like kind of an alarm for yourself. You see somebody, it's trouble, especially if they got a light source. It's like they flick on the light switch. Even if you don't see the ghost, you still see the light. So it's like very helpful for people that want to be like, you know, undisturbed. And also, if you're a magician and you have call the hero, the hardest part of calling the hero is targeting the hero you want to call, right? You got to get them in the group. But what if you could target the ghost? You know what I mean? It's like too convenient to be a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something fishy afoot with that. Zone line ghost thing. I got my tinfoil hat on a little loose today. Yeah, you can see the corpse in the wall. Can't loot it. At this time, I did kill the dark blue orc, and I'm doing great. Doing excellent. Right? Or no, I killed the green orc. The dark blue one got away. We're in overtime. Honestly, I'm normally gone by now. I gotta hit that, you know, hit the clock. But right now, we're still going. I think it's raining. I would love to hit level 12 this morning. I told you, if mage pets block out the sun, we'll level in the shade. I won't be stopped. This egg rolls on. He's sturdy. He's battle hardened. Palestine. Don't even joke about it. That's funny though. No, we're good. I like all things in moderation, I guess. I had a short week as it is. I had my dentist appointment. I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled on Monday, right after the stream. I rised, I grinded, and then I got my teeth yanked, and it went fine, and it went great. I recovered quickly. I streamed Tuesday afternoon, no issue. But it was a short, Monday I was occupied. Anyway. Let's see, you're almost 70%. Probably 66%, if I had to call it. I didn't hear a no. Palestine, you're funny. I'm glad you're here, Palestine. Everybody who's here, I'm so glad you're here. We're just getting started over here. It's Thursday morning, so you know it's a rise and grind. It's always a rise and grind on a Thursday. If you're getting up in the morning, getting ready for your day, or you're already clocked in and you're quietly lurking, hey, whatever it is, I thank you. I appreciate you. If you're still up from the night before, that's what's up, whatever. It's not me. I'm an early riser, so I fall asleep early, but last night I was up a little late because I took that afternoon nap. It threw my whole schedule off. I woke up in a start like I gotta make a clip. Oh my god, it's not midnight yet, is it? I don't. If I ruin the streak, it's gonna be something like that where I'd close my eyes, just rest my eyes for a second in the afternoon, and then wake up and it's the next day. Don't need that. Well, a quick check in the lower guck, see if anything's up. I could probably do that. That could be fun. Right now, I gotta be on high alert right here. That guy got past me. He's invisible. But who knows? He might have a pet up by now. Or, alternatively, he logged off. That's the alternative. I didn't know. I pulled the wrong one. The one I pulled would not have aggroed me. Yeah, I figured he ran past Invis and already looted and had his pet up, and I was going to be walking into like a root proc or something. He seems to favor the air pet. Maybe he didn't buy the root pet. Or maybe he didn't do the shovel. Maybe he's got the broom. I haven't inspected him. If I could loot his corpse, I would know what he had. Just getting started over here, whooping these orcs. Pacer Loco. It's been an exciting stream. To be honest, I almost got a kill. Egghunt almost got his first kill. I fought a gnome. And actually, I almost got my first yellow text for a second time. Yeah, jousting orcs. I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm actually using the wrong weapon for this. Halberd. That's the one. That's the one I want. I switched to the sword because it was a little faster. It was helping me chop up that gnome. He tried to get me while I was low HP. Pacer Loco. It does sound like that when you say it like that. I had when you think of it as I was wearing bunny ears and it was Easter morning, and it was an Easter morning themed stream. It makes a little more sense for the other thing, the other alternative. But yeah, when you put it that way, you might. Is that a site? Can they Can I get paid for that? This was my idea. Me and Pacer Loco came up with this. I could go check the trainer. Yeah, jousting orcs. It's my specialty. on the egg hunt. I gotta get fully. All I know is med to full, joust orc, and attack players. That's all I know. Or at least be aware that players will attack me. It is the PvP server after all. Hey, I got a Discord. If anybody wants to have a place to, chat EQ, chat MTG, it's called the Swamp. Come on down, the water's fine. Technically, it's called Chewy's Swamp, but to me, it's just the Swamp. 'Cause I'm Chewy. Normally, I stream from 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. on Monday morning and Thursday morning. Right now, we're in overtime. So if you've never seen me before, maybe you just got to set your alarm a little earlier. I'm here. I'm here like clockwork. It's a strange shift, perhaps, but somebody's got to do it. Early morning EverQuest enjoyers deserve some EverQuest to enjoy on Twitch too. There might be some others on by now, but a lot of times when I wake up, it's if there's not a stream going from the night before, I'm usually the first one clocking in for the day. Ready to do my thing. But Sunday, that's the real deal. That's the Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2026. Number 20 is this weekend. I'll be here. I'll have Chester with me, my cat. We'll do all sorts of fun stuff. And just like always, any sub, prime, gifted, regular, whatever, we'll spin the wheel, and maybe something crazy happens. Maybe I'll actually complete a level 1 run from Kanos to Freeport. I celebrated too early. As soon as I hit South Row, I'm like, we're in the home stretch. I got this. And then where did I die? South Row. On the home stretch where I got this, right? Made it really far. I ran so far. But in the end, it didn't even matter. But it was fun. I'll do it again. It's still on the wheel. I'll do it again at least a few times. And then it's a raceable marker, so I can change my mind. Chilogan suggested that one, though, and I think it was a great suggestion. A little bit of Akanon to Payneal. Whoa! I've never made that run in my life at any level. That's something I would beg a port. Call me crazy, but I'd beg a port for that one. Yeah, damn. That could be fun. We could potentially put that on the wheel. Maybe once I succeed on the Kanos to Freeport, because I did attempt the run, right? And I gave it an honest effort. I really did. I really thought I was in the clear. I was scanning. I was cresting a dune. And ironically, it's always ironic with me, right? I'm always saying something that is so quickly, ages like milk. I said, you got to scan over the dunes. This is clear. I'm looking over the dune and it's clear. As I'm looking, apparently there was a crypt mummy right there that I did not see. I was too busy yapping about how clear it was. And there's a crypt mummy right there, and it one-rounded me. So embarrassing. I watched the replay, after the stream. I was like, let me see if that crypt mummy was really there. It was so there. It was so right there. Hilarious. Run through Kithcore at night, West Commons to High Pass. Palestine, I almost did that. I almost went that path for my level 1 run, but everybody convinced me that High Pass was suicide. So I went the other way. Straight through it in a lot. That'd be fun. That'd be pretty fun. As long as you don't get any casters. You should be able to outrun all that stuff. You're strafing good enough. Your strafe foo is, up to snuff. Right, Pacer Loco. The orcs, I think I could You know, like I'm not racing anybody, right? It's myself. So I could take my time, wait for the orcs to you know, charge and then follow, like, you know, follow them in once it's been a, you know, safe enough distance. But the gnolls, they're a lot less predictable. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. They're pretty predictable in that they're going to be there. They're going to be up. I'm going to run into gnolls. I'm going to be crossing the path of gnolls, even worse, you know what I mean? And so many of them are casters. Even if I'm somehow able to dodge hits, they're going to just cast on me and kill me. Need a Fippy decoy. Yeah, yeah. So once upon a time, they did a race on P99 Red, a GM sanctioned level 1 foot race, and it was the opposite path. It was Freeport to Kanos. So I ran the high pass way, and I just waited for a couple other people to run ahead of me, and I let them get killed. It worked perfectly. I was ahead the whole rest of the race. You know, what I mean, anybody that took the safe path through the Wrath Mountains way, um, you know, they were zones behind because I took the risky way, but I did it, you know, smart. I played a character named Chainsaw. If anybody did that, that was me. I was Chainsaw. I wish I still had that account. I think I forgot the password. I don't even think that one's banned. I just don't even know which account it was. I've forgotten more accounts than some people have ever made. I made it all the way. I made it all the way, and then somebody PK'd me in Kanos. You know, some or trained us, whatever it was. Somebody was like griefing in Kanos, so I needed a GM res before I could get my prize. I don't even remember what the prize was, but it was it was bullshit because they didn't. I got there like before they thought anybody was gonna get there. So like it was like this whole fucking thing where like the PK almost tricked the GMs into making sure I didn't win that shit. You know? I don't think they were actually a player killer though, because it was level ones. I don't think you can. You've never been able to fight level ones on this server, except in a few circumstances where zones had like no level range for PvP. But I'm pretty sure they got rid of that. I think every zone has, you know, level ones are safe at the very least. But there's other ways to kill players besides PvP. All I remember is I died, and I was like at my bind in Freeport, like I still won though, you know, like I was there chilling for a while. It was a whole thing. I wish I was streaming back then. I don't know if the technology was really it must have, you know, Bandicam or what, you know, unregistered Bandicam or pointing a video camera at the screen. There would have been a way, but level 5 barbarian with a bow and a weighted axe trying to pick off level 1 newbies. Yeah, I know. And instead, they gotta wait till level 2, so they got a level 6 to do it with. Now, it's, newbies are generally pretty safe. Like, this level 2, I'm hoping is not getting messed with right now. Because that's a bad look. Not to say PvP is immoral, but, like, there's a difference between, like, killing somebody once and moving on with your day and, like, trying to make sure some level 2 like never gets to level up and play. That's different. Depending on what their name is, I might do that. You know, don't count it out. But it's got to be, you know, I'm like a vigilante. I like to enforce my own justice. But there's a play nice policy these days. You can't even do shit like that anymore. Not streaming could be how I won that. Yeah, maybe. Could be. Could be. It's like ancient history now. That's the crazy part. I got too much crap on me. These belts are getting heavy. Yeah. Oh shit. Blue one. Let's take it out. Yeah, I wonder if there's any evidence of that race even existed. Maybe on the forums, you know? Who knows? Unfortunately, all my old forum posts have dead links. I used a photo bucket account to upload every image, and those are being like ransomed, you know? If I want that shit, I gotta pay for it. You gotta let them loot and scoot. Right, exactly. The play nice policy. And, you know, I fought against it when it first came out because I thought everybody should have the same brutal Red 99 upbringing I did. There was no play nice policy in the early days, and people did get corpse camped, and it was brutal, you know? And I thought it was soft. It was soft to cave to, you know, whatever. But it's like at this point, it's like we're all just EverQuest enjoyers trying to enjoy EverQuest. Like, what's the big deal with playing nice? It doesn't mean we have to like each other. It doesn't mean we have to, you know. But then again, I have a lot of unpopular ideas of what they should do with this server. Barrel roll to level 5 glory. Right. You want to level up, you gotta fight for it. But I mean, like corpse camping, there's no real sport in that. If it was somebody that ran their mouth, I was happy to do it. And that, with that in mind, when they, you know, added the play nice policy, I definitely was very upset. I thought we should be able to corpse camp people. Because, you know, I wanted to corpse camp certain people. I didn't want to corpse camp everybody. Just certain people. I think it should still be like that. You know what I mean? I think we should be able to have, like, community policing as far as, you know what I mean? Just, and even if that meant corpse camp Chewy. If that's what the community decided, that'd be, you know, that's authentic. I like that. I think I deserve it. Honestly, I think if I'm separated from my corpse, I should be corpse camped. I think that would be, you know, appropriate. Considering the things I've done, especially before I was nice Chewy. I'm nice Chewy these days. I wasn't always nice Chewy. So with that in mind, you know what I mean? I think I should be corpse camped, but the rules don't allow it. All I gotta do is say loot and scoot, and I'd be allowed to go get my stuff. They'd have to. But, you know. I've never called loot and scoop. I don't think I ever would, you know? Let's just get my shit later. What about that? Whatever happened to just getting your shit later? Anyways. I just come from the early Red 99 mindset. You gotta keep that in mind. It was a different world, you know? It was Nihilum, it was Holocaust, and it was, you know, Flowers of Happiness. There were some other guilds, too. There was that anti-PK guild, Spear of the Nation. Remember that one? Wolfram Alpha was the leader, I believe. Had a few people in it. It was a pretty big one. There was oh, what was that other one? I feel like Fishbait was early, right? No, am I working or I know, right? I don't think I am. Well, I shouldn't say that. Not yet. I'm still waiting. I'm on call. I'm on call. We'll see. I said probably. I think I will, but it'll probably be a little late. It'll probably be like later in the morning. That's my guess. But yeah, if anybody got to go clock in and you're afraid you're gonna miss out on any action, don't worry. The VOD will be up, and the stream will go to YouTube after that. It's on the permanent record. You know, Egg Hunt is fully transparent. Every moment is documented. Every you know, this is Egg Hunt the 7th. So every time I had to delete Egg Hunt, you've seen it. You've been there, you know? I think that's pretty cool. Make sure I'm being authentic with it. Not that I, you know, not that I need to be observed. But I think it's cool that you can. I think it's really the best way to do it. Get out of there. Get out of that tree. Ugh. Heavy stuff. I think I'm making the right choices on what to keep and what to destroy, but what I should really do is probably just run back. Turn these belts in. That'd be like the smart play. Probably ding 12 we do that. You know what? Let's go. Let's kill the trainer one more time and then go. Up. Oh, shit. Never mind. That's a yellow con. Ew. Ew. I can't do that. Too strong. You wanted to bail after nabbing an item? Yeah, yeah. We gotta quit while you're ahead. You know? Gotta be like, somebody's coming back. Somebody's coming back for this with their friends. I wish we had item loot here. I think that would make things a lot more interesting. Especially for a solo self-found struggle quester, you know? That would really open the door to some crazy opportunities that you would not get otherwise. Uh-oh. Weapons and range not being lootable made offense a prevailing tactic. If EQ doesn't favor the aggressor already. And yeah. Guerrilla warfare. It is what it is. It's a game of preparation. So often, the more prepared player wins, right? Good way to be unprepared, be distracted. Good way to be unprepared, have your pants down, you know, fighting some stuff. Somebody zones in on you, maybe potentially full HP, full mana, buffed up, you know? That's a whole different scenario. Maybe it's something that on paper you favor one class over the other, but things aren't always even footing. In fact, they're almost never even footing. It's like pretty immersive and realistic in that way. Hey, well below average. What's going on? We're just getting started over here. I'm in overtime. You know, I go 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. Thursday mornings, just like Monday mornings. Rise and grind. Grab the coffee, get caffeinated, get up, get EQing. But it's a rainy day. I'm pushing it. I'm normally gone by now. I'm normally, you know, clocked out of Norath. Get my HP up. Staying ready. I've been busy over here. Yeah, there you go. The rain. the pain. Praise Karana for the rain. Yeah. It's all good. I appreciate you being here, you know? Wiping the sleep out your eyes, and you look and behold Norath, and it's beautiful. It might be raining outside, but it's beautiful here in Crushbone tonight. I say tonight because I think it's nighttime. What time is it? 9 p.m. Yeah, beautiful night in Crushbone. We got a magician right here. He's too low level. He was trying to steal my kills. There's another magician that is not too low level. His corpse is in the wall right there. I almost killed him. He went unconscious and like skipped like a stone a couple feet into the wall, and I couldn't, you know, the orc got the kill. Terrible. Terrible for me. I almost got a kill. I almost got some coin. Who knows what kind of coin it would have been. He's right there. See the feet? That player's online. He might be zoning in soon. Ugh. There it is. Alright, the other guy logged out. I gotta stay destroying coin. If I go encumbered, my stats drop so bad. Can't have that. Can't have that. Uh-oh. I gotta keep my phone nearby in case I get that call. So, are any of these aggro? Cooling. Killing. Ooh. Maybe I can split that. Oh shit. He's in the zone. The magician's back. I think he's dragged his corpse somewhere. There he is. There he is. He's gating. No, he's invised. There he was. I saw him. This is dangerous. This is dangerous shit. We got a magician in range, in the zone. These pets are OP. I'm telling you. The magician I can handle. The pet's the danger. Alright, he's not invisible anymore. Or if he is, somehow see him. Where's your pet? I was able to cycle back to my last target and target him again. And I hit him with the bow. I didn't see him before I hit him with the bow. Was he invisible? Am I somehow seeing invisible shit? I was able to target somebody that was invisible recently too. Like, this is not how it used to work. It's like bugged. I think he gated, right? See ya. Anyways, I was trying to split a camp over here. This is what you got to do on the PvP server. You got to fight for it. You know, you're not handed shit here. Ugh. I got to stop pulling them through that corner because they do that. Even though it didn't really change my cycle any, I still hit and ran. I don't like that. It startles me when they warp through and appear at me. It's like the ring, you know? You know what I'm talking about. A little bit of a jump scare, if you will. Oh, they both did the warpy thing. It's a tough work. I didn't even look at the other one yet. Might be dark blue as well. Oh! Luckily that extra round was only 2 more damage. That could have been really bad. Oh, come on. Double stunned. Holy shit. They got 3 rounds on me that time and barely capitalized. Another stun. Alright, this one's green. Ugh. Still stuns me though. I want to get my 2-hand blunt skill up. You were sad that Sullen Zach was an item loop, but it was so degenerate anyway. I heard tales. I wish I played. I was too scared. Straight up. That's like my biggest regret in EverQuest, was being too scared to play either Sullen or Rallis. Tree Rat tried, you know? He got me into EQ with the sole purpose of, you know, getting me into flowers and playing adventures with him, you know, having legendary adventures that, you know, the tales still ring to this day, you know. And this freaking two-hand blunt just ain't it. Uh-oh, that other magician in the zone now. They see me getting low HP, they think they're gonna do something about it. Now this one has a earth pet. The one that we've been seeing this morning has a air pet. This one's been doing the earth pet. They're like Pokemons. They got their different moves. I don't think it's a coincidence that they only log on when I'm like in a vulnerable scenario. Last time I had 3 bandits. I was trying to split the bandit camp, and they logged in, and they happened to be summoning an earth pet right in my path. They were a little slow, you know what I mean? But it's like, huh, is that a coincidence? What do you think? Anyways, the XP is flowing nice. My HP, not so much. My HP's leaving a little something lacking. My HP regen flow, I mean. And my HP pool. Oh, sturdy. Sturdy as an egg. 338 in the max. That's pretty good. That's solid for a dwarf like me. But anyway, we got to keep our head on a swivel over here. This is the PvP server. Red 99, premier EQ PvP server. Anybody wants to play classic EQ PvP, you know, this is the spot. It's the best we got right now. But hey, Project Zek, I'm hoping takes that crown. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'll be there. Anyway, 50% HP. Keeping keeping vigilant here. Now I think I'm gonna mute the mic and shut off the cam. That way for the YouTube you know, re-upload of this stream, I can just crop out the med break, because that's the boring part, right? If I save all my, you know, hilarious quips and you know, stunning commentary for the action, then it's all killer no filler. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, with the live, there's a, you know, EverQuest has downtime. Downtime is perhaps less exciting. You know, so let me try to coordinate that. I'll be right back. I'm still here. Tell these magicians that don't zone in. I'm still here. But I'll be right back. I got away. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You see what I'm saying about the what's the word I'm looking for? Precarious predicaments. I'm always in a predicament when you see that gnome. They don't come when I'm full HP. No, no, no. And this gnome had a serious nuke. The last magician's nuke, that's probably why he gated. He's like, I gotta go buy a real nuke. This gnome got the real nuke. That one was chunking me up. Chunking me up. Anyways, we're just getting started over here. Actually, you know what? Let's quit while we're ahead. That was an excellent egg hunt grind. We're almost level 12. And yeah, we'll get back to this. You know, I can't stay away. You might see a surprise stream later on today. Who knows? I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm also, don't rule it out because I can't stay away. I'm hooked. I'm so hooked on the EQ hardcore solo self-found dwarf warrior on the P server tip, you know, PvP server tip. So anyway, thanks for hanging out this morning. I'm quitting while I'm ahead. You know, that's my cue. That's my cue. I can only survive so many magician onslaughts in a row. You know, that was what? Wave 3? Come on. Come on now. And I plugged out that cleric earlier too. So, you know, let's quit while we're ahead. I can only win so many in a row today. Yeah, let's do this again later. If you see me later, it's gonna be on YouTube. Listen, I'm gonna pop a little link in the chat right now. It's gonna be to a random clip. No, Zilker, I lived. I plugged. They came at me hard though. They were nuking me for like 25 or something. 23, 25. Quick nukes. Back to back to back. That's chunking my HP up. You know, I was only at like 150 because I was still trying to regen. So, you know, it is what it is. Good times. Here's the Discord. Let me hit you with all the links. Discord, YouTube. That's a random clip, but the channel, sub to the channel, you know. And here's the social medias. EQ PvP clips every day. Today's day 86 in a row. I have not missed a day. Every single day, 7 days a week. EQ PvP clips. Coming in the vertical video format, you know, you chop off the left, you chop off the right, you get the cinematic vision. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's lead a raid, all right? If you join the Discord right now, we'll make you a champion status. That gives you full access to the channels. Let's go see what's going on. Let's go say what's up to Chris GNV. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see you next time, all right? Peace.